Hi, my name is Ashley Foster, and I am an emergency medicine and pediatric emergency medicine doctor in Massachusetts. I am also the Massachusetts Pediatric Emergency Care Coordinator Network Chair. For the next few minutes, I'm going to talk to you about bag mask ventilation technique and how you can teach this skill using a mannequin or a really low-cost simulator model. As Dr. Albrock highlights in the introductory PowerPoint presentation, using simulation as a teaching tool can be incredibly valuable and does not require expensive simulator models. For children, the etiology of arrest is much more likely to be from a respiratory cause than a cardiac cause. Because of this, knowledge, comfort, and competency in managing the airway becomes critically important. Critical illness in children is much less common than adult critical illness, which may mean less opportunity for providers to manage a pediatric airway. Simulation can help bridge this gap and arm the pre-hospital and emergency team with skills to successfully manage a pediatric airway when needed. Pediatric anatomy is different than adult anatomy, which should mean a thoughtful approach to the pediatric airway. These differences are especially pronounced for children under the age of 8. By age 8, the airway of a child more closely resembles that of an adult. I'm going to focus on the anatomic differences that will affect bag valve mask ventilation. The first difference is the size of the head. Infants and young children have a large occiput in proportion to the body. This means that when a child is lying flat, there is resultant neck flexion, which can cause potential airway obstruction. Additionally, infants and children have a large tongue, which can also be a cause of airway obstruction. Furthermore, children have smaller lungs and a proportionally smaller tidal volume, meaning providers must be cautious to avoid high volumes of air during bag valve mask ventilation to avoid barotrauma. Finally, because of smaller functional residual capacity and a higher metabolic rate, children are more prone to a rapid rate of desaturation. For the purpose of this course, we are going to focus on the skill of bag valve mask ventilation. Excellent bag valve mask ventilation skills can be life-saving for a child in distress. When teaching bag valve mask ventilation, it is important to review 3 things: positioning, seal, and ventilation. Proper positioning of the infant or child is imperative due to the different anatomy discussed earlier. Because of the larger occiput, consider a roll under the shoulders with the goal of aligning the external auditory meatus with the sternal notch, as seen in the picture on the left. Remember to take care and avoid compression of soft tissues of the neck, which may cause airway obstruction. The pediatric bag valve mask seal is an important next step to bag valve mask ventilation. In order to get a good seal, place fingers at the jaw in order to avoid compressing submental soft tissues. A good single person technique is the EC clamp, shown on the left. Thumb and index finger of left hand formed a C on the child's face, and the other 3 fingers form an E at the angle of the jaw. If possible, a 2-provider technique can be incredibly effective. One person focuses on mask seal with either thumbs down or 2-hand EC clamp technique and avoids compression of soft tissues, while the other provider is responsible for gentle squeeze of the bag. Both providers should watch for chest rise. The third is ventilation. Infants and children have smaller lung volumes and proportionally smaller tidal volumes. To prevent barotrauma, the bag should be gently squeezed only to the point of visualizing chest rise. Additionally, time should be allowed for passive exhalation. This photo puts this all together: position, seal, and ventilation. Simulation can be used in almost any environment at very little cost and is a great way to teach and review airway skills. You as a teacher can either decide to provide a clinical case to set the stage for the skill performance, which allows not only practice of the skill, but potentially steps to airway management and/or team dynamics. Or you as a teacher can decide to have participants simply focus on the skill itself. Both options can be beneficial for the participant. We recommend a low-cost mannequin option offered by the American Academy of Pediatrics, which can be useful to practice positioning of the infant, seal of mask and ventilation with ventilation feedback. This is also a great simulator to use for a clinical scenario to practice team skills. Another option is to use a fluid bag, either 250 mLs or 500 mLs. Even though not as realistic, a fluid bag can still help with practicing seal and teamwork skills. In summary, pediatric airway skills are vital to the care of a critically ill infant or child. Excellent bag valve mask ventilation is an essential airway skill that you can now teach and share with your colleagues through low-cost simulation. We will now have a video demonstrating bag valve mask technique on the mannequin and how you can use the mannequin to teach bag valve mask ventilation to others. Thank you for your attention.